In this video, we are going to talk about how you can add two-factor authentication on your WordPress website while logging in the WordPress backend. So if you want to add an extra layer of protection or extra layer of check on your WordPress backend, then let's dive in. Hi, my name is Ankit and welcome to Magazine 3 YouTube channel where we talk about everything related to WordPress. And if you want to learn more about WordPress, then make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever we upload our next video. So in this series of WordPress security for beginners, in this episode, we are going to talk about how we can add two-factor authentication on our WordPress website so that whenever someone tries to log in the WordPress backend, they have to enter a second check where they need to enter a temporary password which will be available on the connected mobile phone app. So this will add an extra layer of protection or an extra layer of check for all the admins or for everyone who is trying to enter the WordPress admin panel. So we have various plugins which we can use to add two-factor authentication on our website. So let's dive in the WordPress backend and we will see how this two-factor authentication can be implemented on our WordPress website. Alright, so we are back in our WordPress dashboard and we are using the same WordPress setup which we have used in the last 3 videos. So if you want to check our complete series of WordPress security for beginners, you can find the link in the I button above or in the video description below. So in this one, we are going to check how we can add the two-factor authentication. So for that, we first go to plugins, then click on add new. And here we can search for two-factor. And once we do that, we see a lot of plugins like WordFence or Mini Orange, SiteGround Security, or even iTheme Security, and there are various plugins that can help you add two-factor authentication on your WordPress website. But we have already installed WordFence security plugin in the last 2 videos, and we have already seen how powerful it is to scan and block the malicious traffic on our WordPress website. So we are going to use the same WordFence plugin and we will use that to add two-factor authentication on our WordPress website. So to start the two-factor authentication on this WordPress website, we need to add a two-factor authentication app on our mobile device. So one of the most popular and the one that I always use is Google Two-Factor Authenticator app. So you can download it from Play Store. It's pretty straightforward. Now in order to add this two-factor authentication, I need to add this QR code or I need to scan this QR code from my Authenticator app. So in our case, we are using Google Authenticator. And then this website will be linked to my Google Authenticator app and I will be able to use the one-time password for adding a two-factor authentication on this website. So the step 1 is to scan this barcode. So this is my Google Authenticator app. You can download it from Play Store or the Apple Store. So to add this new website, I need to just click on this plus icon here and then click on scan QR code. Let's scan this. And here is the password. You can see that it's updating after every few seconds. So let's go ahead and enter this password on this step number 2. So 436784. Let's activate this two-factor authentication. And now our two-factor authentication is activated. And here we can download the recovery code. So just in case our mobile phone is not connecting or there is any problem with the mobile app, so we can always have a backup authentication code ready with us. So now the two-factor authentication is activated. Here also we can see the login security settings. Two-factor authentication is active on one administrator or one user. So let's go ahead and log out from this website and see how it works. So let's log out from this site. So here is my username and password. Let's click on login again. And now it's asking us a two-factor authentication code, which I can get from my mobile app. I just need to enter the recent code, which is now showing up on my mobile screen. So as soon as I enter that, it allows me to log in the WordPress backend. So this is how easy it is to add a two-factor authentication on our WordPress website, so that we can add an extra layer of protection or an extra layer of check for everyone who is trying to log in the WordPress backend. And of course, this is not just the only plugin which allows the two-factor authentication. There are various plugins which we have seen few minutes back. You can use any of the plugin. It's just that my preference is to add one plugin which can do multiple jobs. So you can go ahead and try WordFence, and if that works for you, or you can also go ahead and try the various other plugins. The functionality and the basic working principle of all these two-factor authentication remains the same. So if you like this video, then make sure you hit the like button, and to learn more about WordPress security, make sure you check our WordPress security for beginners playlist in the I button above and the video description below. And if you want to learn more about WordPress, then make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever we upload our next video. So that's it for this one, and I'll see you in the next one.